Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Shooting the Breeze. I'm your friendly neighborhood soda. Now, if you've noticed, I am endless tonight. So instead, I've got two of my good friends joining me. I've got one of the co-founders of the Schmoes of the North channel, Frenchie, and I have everyone's favorite Kiwi, Jess. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Pretty
well.
good.
Go ahead. You had something you want to say?
No, I'm just
Oh,
very drunk.
Oh, well, okay then.
Gonna make it even more entertaining. I'm looking
Oh,
forward
yeah.
to this.
Yep, that's always interesting when Lou's on something and I'm stoned at the same time.
Yeah, at least we're not talking about black holes.
Oh, no. If you want to see, Jess, if you ever want to see my mind break on camera, go back and watch our talk about existentialism.
That sounds heavy.
I'm that kind of weed head. All right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We were both supposed to be high for it. Then he tells me right before we're going, oh, I ran out of weed. I didn't get high. You son of a bitch. Yeah, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here to talk about black holes. We're actually here to talk about horror movies. And this one, we are talking about the sore thumb in the Halloween franchise, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. The only Michael Myers-less movie in the franchise.
And he technically appears.
That's true.
If you count watching a film within a film,
yeah,
an appearance.
Yeah. A little bit of trivia on that. So John Carpenter didn't plan on having Michael Myers in every Halloween movie, only the first. He wanted a different Halloween-related story each time. But after the first Halloween was a success, producers forced him to use Myers again. He did, but killed off Myers and Loomis to be done with them. Then he produced Season of the Witch to get back to his original plan. But at that point, people were expecting Myers again, so it failed. Carpenter then dropped the franchise and sold the rights years later because he wasn't interested in doing more Myers. The new owners then brought Myers and Loomis back in 1988 with no explanation how they survived.
Really?
Yep.
It's funny too because it created this moment of this is why I chose Halloween 3. I could have went for
Hi, Ben.
Hey Ben. I could have went for something like Halloween or something iconic. But it's this unique sore thumb in movie history that makes no sense, and not everyone's aware of it until you remind them, type of thing. But for me, sticks out so much, and it's so odd that again, it's a horrible movie, but it's kind of guilty pleasure shit.
See, I wouldn't put it in horrible. I just put it in it's a meh movie, but I did enjoy it. Like I thought it was. If you were to take away the Halloween name on it and Season of the Witch because there's no witch in the movie,
makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense. But yeah, if you take all that away, it's actually it might have actually done pretty good.
Season of a witch of the witch sounds like this movie producer guy at the table just says we need something more witchy. It's Halloween, and you're just like, okay, Season of Witch, whatever.
Yeah, it's a very, very weird choice because the villains are people who was it? They want to kill kids and bring someone back. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I know they want to kill children. That's about as far as I know.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So I'm just gonna read a quick plot summary. On October 23rd in Northern California, shop owner Harry Grimbridge is pursued by mysterious men in suits with a jack-o'-lantern Halloween mask in his hands. He collapses at the shop of Walter Jones, who calls for help. Harry is placed in the care of Dr. Daniel Chalice, an alcoholic doctor who has a strained relationship with his ex-wife and 2 children. Later that night, Harry is murdered by another man in a suit who then immolates himself inside his car. Harry's daughter, Ellie, meets Daniel at a bar. She reveals that she discovered suspicious events surrounding Harry's death. To investigate, the two travel to the Silver Shamrock.
Why do you get the dog to help you investigate? Wouldn't it be more intelligent to, I don't know, a detective, a police officer? Why the doctor? I don't get it.
This pushes my point that this is a horrible, good horrible movie. The plot makes no sense.
If I was trying to track down my father's murderer, I would not go for a doctor. I wouldn't be like, you're the man for the job.
Yeah, but if you put it in the context of the movie, everyone's saying oh, he just died. And she's like, no, I know something else is going on. And even the doctor is just like, I'm pretty sure he was murdered. And so I think that's why she went to him is because he's the only one that
still doesn't make any sense.
I know it's thin. It's thin, but at least they do give it a.
Unless it's because of the daddy issues thing, which explains later events.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
It's a mix of both. Like he's the only one who listened because she's hot, and she's like, "Hey, he's helping me," and then sex happens.
Yeah, of course it does.
And fun fact, that was one of the first shots they filmed. They barely knew each other by that point because she was cast like really quickly. Yeah.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, oh, and here's another fun trivia fact. So the actress who plays the doctor's ex-wife, she played Annie in the first Halloween, one of the victims, one of the friends of Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode. Yeah. To investigate, the two travel to the Silver Shamrock factory in Santa Mira, California, where the Halloween masks are produced. Upon arrival, they check into a hotel, which its manager reveals that Connell Cochran and his factory, Silver Shamrock Novelties, which produce the popular Halloween masks, are the source of the town's prosperity. While checking in, Daniel learns that Harry was also a recent guest of the motel. Marge Gutman, another motel customer, discovers a microchip on the back of the medallion of one of the masks, and as she curiously picks at it with a hairpin, the medallion emits a deadly energy beam.
Oh, that was such a good kill.
That was great. Like, completely out of nowhere. Yep.
You knew it was coming, though. The more she was playing with them, like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Her face was left horribly mutilated, and an insect crawls out of it. That was the weird one. Like, where did what's with the insect?
I don't know. It's a thing that's powered by Stonehenge. I don't think anything's meant to make sense in this.
Touché. Shortly after, men in lab coats take Marge's body away in a Silver Shamrock van. Daniel overhears the factory technicians telling Cochran that it was a misfire. Next morning, while Daniel and Ellie tour the factory, Ellie discovers her father's car guarded by more men in suits. They decide to flee and contact the authorities, but Daniel cannot reach anyone outside of town by phone. Ellie is kidnapped and taken to the factory. Daniel follows and is captured by the men in suits, who are revealed to be androids created by Cochran. Meanwhile, a pathologist investigating the car fire is murdered by one of the androids. Cochran takes Daniel to a special processing control room and reveals his plan. The microchips on each mask contain a fragment of Stonehenge. Upon viewing the big giveaway commercial, the microchips will activate, killing the wearer with fatal brain damage and causing a swarm of insects and snakes to emanate from their bodies, also killing anyone nearby. Cochran locks Daniel in a room with a mask on and explains he intends to resurrect ancient pagan rituals of sacrifice during the age of witchcraft from his native Celtic lands. So there's your season of the witch, folks. Daniel escapes his bonds and rescues Ellie. He sneaks into the control room, activates the commercials, and pours a box of medallions from a ceiling rafter, killing everyone. Cochran himself is killed by the Stonehenge room, leading to a massive fire that destroys the factory. As they flee, Daniel is attacked by Ellie, who turns out to be an android duplicate. A car crash results from the struggle. He destroys the duplicate Ellie with a tire iron and flees on foot to Walter's shop, where he frantically calls the various television networks, convincing all but one to stop the broadcast. Whew. Yeah.
Again, if the whole plot is not again a proof of how bad this movie is, that makes no sense. That sounds like they were all high in the pitch meeting and all agreed.
So the way I described it to one of my friends was that, did you ever play that game in school where you'd write a sentence on a piece of paper, then you'd fold it, and then someone else would write a sentence, then fold it, and then at the end you'd read out this story that made no sense? That is what I think genuinely happened in the writer's room. Someone wrote something, folded it over, someone else wrote something, none of them knew. And that's the only way I can explain this plot, is if genuinely that game you used to play at school was turned into a movie.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can't help but feel amazed at how ridiculous it is that it becomes this.
It belongs in the 80s, because a lot of the 80s horror movies are of the ridiculous, and this is definitely of its time.
I just want to talk about the opening death.
I want to talk about that too.
The machine getting crushed by the car part.
Mm-hmm.
That is horrible. Like, the reaction, I know the guy is supposed to be a robot,
And it's the slowest moving car as well. It's just like coasting. It's just slowly moving.
like,
and I'm like, at least
crunch.
make it faster. And he's just like, oh. And he doesn't barely reacts. He just kind of like moves slightly and then dies. And I'm like, did he die? What happened? Makes no noise. And then just goes, oh, okay. Like, just.
That sets the tone. That sets the tone for what you're expecting.
That should have been a warning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always heard it was bad, but it's like, okay. And that's the thing about the Halloween movies. There's so few good ones.
But no one resists in this either. If you watch it, everyone just stands there and like they're like, oh no, I've been captured. Okay. And then just goes along with it. I'm like, really? And even when they're dying, they just lay there and they're like, oh yeah, okay, well, off I go. Like,
it's a paycheck.
What are you doing?
It's a paycheck.
Oh God. Yeah, but I have a question.
Of course,
this is a movie, like a franchise for me, that I can't differentiate them anymore. It's like, especially the older ones, the story makes no sense. Or I don't know the difference between H2O and the fourth one and the second one.
I can help with that.
But same thing for me for Friday the 13th. They're suffering of the same type of like franchise disease. I find like all the movies mesh. Which ones would you prefer, watching the whole Halloween or watching Friday the 13th?
Oh, it's Friday the 13th because there is somewhat more of a cohesive story in there. Plus, the franchise isn't like split into 4 different timelines like Halloween. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about
and honestly, there's more entertaining ones in the Friday the 13th franchise than there are in Halloween.
I can't distinguish them except for Jason X. That's the only one that pops different in my head.
Oh, gotcha.
Does that mean you'd vote for Halloween then to watch all those?
Probably, or definitely Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street for me. That's
yeah.
But no,
that one is probably the most cohesive series. Is Nightmare on Elm Street out of the 3?
Yeah. But for me, Halloween, I don't know, maybe it's more of like it's less known to me, so I probably would be more interested to at least revisit a bit the mythos, even though there's not much.
They're bad. They're bad. The only good thing about it is in 6, Paul Rudd is one of the leads.
That's the only good thing, because I don't like Paul Rudd.
Oh, then there's nothing good then.
Okay.
There's nothing good.
Anywho, no, that's like bring him on camera. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the song that happened?
Oh, dear Lord.
Constantly.
Yeah. And it's John Carpenter that did the fucking music.
Did he do the music on this one?
Every time.
Because I know he did for the first one.
The pacing in this movie was insane as well. They had scenes that were a day. They were like, it's the 27th, and it's like, oh, the doctor's drunk, and it just moves to the next day. I'm like, why did we do it like this? We could have just shortened this to 3 days, made it nice and neat, but it had to be a week out.
Oh yeah, John Carpenter.
And then that bloody song every day they'd have at least one instance of that fucking song. So I was not a happy camper.
So here's a fun random fact. The cinematographer of this movie is also the cinematographer of Back to the Future, Dean Cundy.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay,
again,
so Ben has a question for us. Freddy, Michael, or Jason, who's the scariest?
Freddy.
Oh, Freddy.
Yeah, for sure, because Freddy can kill you in your nightmares.
But Freddy versus Jason, I was rooting for Jason because Freddy is more like the wild, but I like the unmovable object like type of persona. I don't really care for his movies anymore, but his persona, I like that shit. So I always rooted for Jason.
That was such a fun movie.
Mm.
Yeah, I would go Freddy as well, but I mean like Jason gives him a run for his money.
Yeah, because he might be slow and dumb, but he's not that dumb. Like there's something I like his certain surreal and supernatural feel to
Yeah,
him.
his kills are way more brutal. Like more, Freddy is more like an artistic killer in a way, whereas Jason is just blunt force trauma, like grabbing somebody in the sleeping bag, and just banging them up against a tree, cleaving someone in half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Am I selling you on these films, Jess? One day. No, I'm kidding.
You're not big on slashers and shit like that, Jess?
I'm slowly getting into them, purely like this year. So
Yeah.
I've watched like a minimal amount of horrors before that, like Cabin in the Woods, other ones similar to that sort of level. I can't do scares very well. Jump scares freak me out. So I can do slashes because generally they're not very jump scary, but anything that's something popping out of the darkness, I don't like that.
Yeah. Even the really bad old ones, or like the ones in the 80s, like the really bad ones, they still scare you?
I haven't gone back and watched them, so maybe not. ET freaks me out, so that's the level.
Yeah, but you watched Chopping Mall. That's from the 80s.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've watched all of the 4 of the ones that we had for this series, so and I seem to be fine for those.
I think it's good. Yeah, well, one's more like a comedy. The last one we did, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Yeah.
And what's your
but no, generally I'm fine.
The other ones were Sleepwalkers and
Maniac.
No, that's the one that was replaced by this.
What was the other one? Can tell we really thought about it.
Memory, we have it.
Yep, pretty much.
Where's Ben when you need him? Ben would know this shit.
Yeah. Oh my lord. I feel like such a schmuck because I do not fucking remember.
Someone check the YouTube page. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Ben.
No, it was because it was okay. So Chopping Mall, Sleepwalkers, this, and Tucker Dale versus Evil. That was it.
So the one we forgot is the one we're reviewing right now.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
That's why.
Oh my god. That's why we could remember because we're reviewing it right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Again, memory, we have it. All right.
Yeah.
I blame Soda. He's in charge of this ship.
Yeah, that was the first mistake.
I didn't make it, so
yeah. Well, hey. I don't know what else do you guys want to talk about it from the movie.
Okay, well, how can I say this? Okay, let's dive into this aspect, like what the studio wanted, because one thing was apparent, like the robots were supposed to be the replacement for Michael Myers.
Yeah, I guess
they wanted something. What did work? Because that could be interesting. That could be scary done well. What was missing in that concept?
For them to actually be threatening?
Or feel okay on screen, something that would translate better than what we had.
Ben! Hello, Ben!
An episode without me?
Apparently not.
I got brought on. I don't know. I didn't make decisions again. I don't make decisions around here. It's a nice, comfortable position to be in.
I'm just here for the ride, really.
Is anyone really doing the sessions? I think we're just letting shit happen and
it's usually how our shows go. Yeah. Our shows are literal shit shows. Anything can happen.
But no, I think that they weren't that intimidating at all. I didn't see them and at least go, oh, watch out. I sat there and I was like, great, these guys again.
I think it was the concept that was supposed to be scary. People being abducted by androids, but no, they're not. Like, Michael
but we
Myers
didn't know that at first.
Yeah,
it was just men in suits, and I'm like, wow, weedy white men in suits. Ooh, they might do your taxes. Watch out! Like, what are you?
I'll kill you with my calculator. I'll kill you with my calculator.
I promise. Don't do my taxes. Leave me alone. Like, you're gonna give me a stern talking to? Like, come on.
Please don't penalize me.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like this movie. I'm sorry. I didn't like this movie.
I liked it like I like Chopping Mall. Like I like all those movies. They're just dumb fun. Well, this one's not really fun, but
I watched
you get a laugh.
movie. I watched another movie yesterday.
Does that
not that?
Does that mean, Ben, next time I suggest a movie, you're going to double think before accepting it?
Yep.
No,
We could have watched Maniac Cop, but no, we had to watch Halloween 3.
I'll watch almost anything. I almost said I'll watch anything.
But he's not
They
gonna
should.
like it.
Hey.
Yeah, he'll watch it, but he can't promise that he's gonna like it. That's
true. That's true.
Yeah, I did not care for the romance of this. It was really
no sense.
It just came out of nowhere. They were like, motel, might as well bang. Like,
yeah, and next
there
thing
was
you know,
no subtle flirting. It was just like, well, we got it. Yeah,
shut up,
thank
Taco.
you, Taco.
Hey, Taco.
Yeah, no, Michael Myers, like they're all scary in their own right.
Well, I'm curious, Shug. Like, what scares you in Michael Myers, and what scares you in the other characters? Because Michael Myers for me is scary, but it gets boring after a while.
Do we get Ben's vote on who he finds scarier?
I find Michael the scariest. No, I agree with you. I find Freddy the scariest, but Jason has the most effective kills. But
Yeah.
Michael and Freddy have not been killed by a giant spider, so they have that on Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
a
was
good
he killed by a
argument.
giant spider?
You, what is that fucking movie I keep telling you about?
Oh, Eight-Legged Freaks. Is Kane Hodder in there?
No, there's a guy who looks like Jason.
Oh, see, never seen the movie, so I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm sitting here going, like, which Friday movie did he get killed by a spider? I don't think that's a thing. Because I love that franchise. I'm like, I don't remember that.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
He's just disappointed. He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
One of the main things about that movie, the end credit song, I'm ranting for a little bit. I mean, the end credit song is a country version of Itsy Bitsy Spider.
No.
Glorious.
No.
Oh, my Lord.
We were talking about this movie one day. I love this movie.
Oh, yeah. You know, he was messaging me yesterday going, I love this. He sent me a voice message like, I love this movie. I love this movie. I love this movie.
For me, it's on the same level like a Sharknado, to be honest.
Which one? Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, so I just
It's
know
so
David
ridiculous,
Arquette,
yeah,
Joe Johansson's in it.
Oh, yeah. A young scholar, so.
Well, yeah, it was the 90s, I think.
2002, I believe.
Close enough.
Oh, no.
Close enough.
And your winner, who hasn't come out.
Ben wins a couple of games and he's getting cocky. What the fuck?
Right?
I love it. This is the
No,
best
fuck
energy
you.
for Ben to bring. More Ben energy. That's what I say.
I will get you one day. I do not take that loss. Like, we're redoing the game because the overtime loss, my brain blanked out. I want revenge, Ben.
Anytime, anywhere. You name
Oh.
it.
Yeah, bring the creative juice. I'm gonna pull out Star Wars wannabe characters that should be in Star Wars so deep. Nah, I
All I
can't
know
do
is, like,
shit for to save my life. But you're going down, Ben.
All I can say is,
You all think 50, I think both of you are in the.
Okay, all
okay,
right.
then. All I know is when it comes to actual trivia, I will kick both your asses.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
really?
girls, you're all pretty, okay? My gosh.
Calm the fuck down.
Precisely.
This is Halloween.
Yeah.
This is Halloween.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
It's the wrong tune, but I'm still down for it.
No, he's right. 5 and 6, like 6 is considered the absolute worst in the franchise because
Okay.
I know how much you like this, Taco.
How is this worse?
Well, one, it doesn't really fit in the franchise, but I never said this was worse. I said Halloween 6 is the worst.
Or how is this worse than the third one?
Halloween
third
6
one.
worse than the
Yeah.
third one? It makes no sense. They'd say Jason all of a sudden, instead of being like this guy who's just killing, he's been resurrected as this evil being from this cult.
I mean, Michael.
Michael, that's what I meant.
I was confused too. I was like, oh, there's
Yeah,
a
me too.
crossover.
Brother. But no, that's what it is. Like here, I'll bring it up real quick here. Yeah, he's essentially a pawn of a Satanist cult.
Yeah, this is why certain franchises just stop and let 20 years for a reboot. That's it.
I'm so for that.
Period.
Did anyone watch Halloween Kills and does it work?
I'm planning on watching it this weekend.
I watched it.
And yeah,
That seems to be the general consensus.
The only reason I go see those movies is I go for the kills, and if I do enjoy the story coming out of it, then
Ben,
The kills are good. Good kills.
I would hope so.
But the movie sucks.
I mean, that's the same as this film. I love the kills in it, but the storyline.
That's the thing for me. Halloween 3 had no good kills, in my opinion.
Not even the laser to the face, and her face melts off, and then she has a little spider cockroach thing crawl out of it. Even that.
and there's a
one?
head being pulled out and everything.
Yeah, and then a guy getting slowly crushed by two cars coming
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
That one was really bad. That one sticks out for me. What about the kid and the pumpkin mask melts onto him?
I gotta admit, I like at least the approach that didn't save all the kids. It's horrifying. They're dead.
I love the ending.
And
Yeah, sure.
That is the one thing that's not saved the movie, but it at least says, at least they have one good idea the whole damn thing.
Yeah, that he saved some, but not all. That's great.
So this is the main reason why everyone thinks 6 is the worst. I'm just going to read this from the plot summary on IMDb. The three go to the boarding house where Tommy reveals that he believes Michael has been inflicted with the curse of Thorn by a druid-inspired cult. Thorn is an ancient druid symbol that represents a demon that spreads sickness and causes destruction. To prevent this, one child from each tribe was chosen to bear the curse of Thorn to offer a blood sacrifice of its next of kin on the night of Samhain, Halloween. When the corresponding Thorn constellation appears, Michael appears. The curse explains why Michael is out to kill his family and also accounts for his supernatural abilities. That's
obviously
why.
Explained him, so he stopped being this spooky being to being fully explained.
Yeah, instead of being like this is a guy who's he just kills. They gave him this weird thing that he kills to sacrifice his family. He's part of this tribe cult. It's just like, what the hell did they had to try to do? We got a guest.
Hi.
You couldn't stay away. What a
Here we go.
surprise.
The true horror master.
My nemesis.
You're
this
muted.
is-
We
no, this
can't
is
hear
perfect.
everything you're saying.
This is perfect. Thank you.
No, we can't hear you.
Now you can say it like this. Perfect. All right. So, Halloween 3 sucks balls is the worst movie of all time. Oh, god damn it.
You're good.
I was muted on here, not on my mic. That's bizarre.
Ah.
I don't have a lot of time. Like I'm literally was about to come to bed and I finished watching an episode of Sopranos and I was like, hey, the guys are on. I should check it out. And you guys are all right. I'll talk really quick. I'll get this out. Frenchie, this has nothing to do with your belligerent French heritage. You're just wrong. All right, so Halloween 6 is bad on pacing. They had to make a producer's cut where it got rid of like 50% of the movie, and then they just like tried to figure it out, like made it in scraps. It's a bad movie for reasons other than just plot synopsis.
Shocker, I do have it.
Yeah, and also anytime there's a producer's cut, that's got to be a problem.
Yeah,
but also. I think Season of the Witch is amazing because, especially when it comes to Halloween movies, hear me out. I'm going to convince you by the end of this. especially when it comes to Halloween movies, no one ever tries anything different. They did 1 and 2, and John Carpenter's like, no, John Carpenter always wanted Halloween to be an anthology franchise. He always wanted that. But since Michael was so good or so big and number 1 was so good, they're like, all right, we'll make the second one another Michael Myers. And then John Carpenter's like, all right, fine, I'll write it. But after that, we're doing something different. And then he okayed a guy's script, him being one of the producers for Season of the Witch. And then they wanted to make anthology films. And then after this one failed, because there was no Michael, and because, I don't know, because it's the most bonkers fucking movie ever, people then wanted more Michael Myers, but instead they just kept making the exact same thing. And that's my biggest issue with not only Halloween movies, but a lot of slasher movies, is there's more than just guy with big knife or guy with axe kill girl. And this at least attempted something. It's like, I don't know. I was explaining this to Jess earlier. I feel like somebody came up with like a choose your own adventure, and somebody kept making up their own. Like the whole time, it's like, all right, guys, a guy or a girl needs help to find out why her dad died. Does he A, go to a detective? B, call a private investigator? No, man, drunk doctor. Go to a drunk doctor. Okay, all right, okay.
Ad libs is what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And it's a movie about an Irish toy maker who owns an entire town of toys, and he's using Stonehenge to put inside Halloween masks to turn your kids into bugs.
Halloween masks.
But all over, he's selling millions to turn your children into bugs. It's what are you not getting about this?
I have a question. What? This movie is called Season of the Witch. By the end of the movie, I felt like I was like Sean from Protective. We're the goddamn witch. We're the witch.
Where's the witch?
Yeah, one of the witches.
Well, they're trying to bring the witch back.
Well, I don't think. All right, the title's horrible, but every single Star Wars title is wrong too. So, are we really going to start judging on?
What?
Well, Revenge of the Sith was pretty accurate.
I thought we were talking Halloween.
No, we are. But yes, you're right. The title is bad. I will give you that the title's bad. The title's bad. I'll say Revenge of the Witch. Season of the Witch makes no sense. It should say like Evil Toy Maker Man. But I'm just saying, I refuse to consider this a bad Halloween movie or even a bad horror. If this had nothing to do with Halloween, I think people would like this movie.
See, I said the same thing.
I do. Yeah, thank you. I should have watched you guys from the beginning, but I had to watch Sopranos.
Priorities.
Yeah. Sunday nights have I watched the podcast and I didn't watch the episode for it, and I won't. That was my last chance. Anyways, no, if this movie was just called like, I don't know, man.
Season of the Witch.
Well, not even that. Season of the Toy Maker.
Silver
I don't know.
Shamrock.
Yeah, there's Silver Shamrock. If they named it Silver Shamrock and maybe took out a couple less jingles. But I love that even more. Like it's so close to the so bad it's good, but I feel like it's good. I do. I actually like this movie a lot.
How does that go?
3 more days till Halloween.
Halloween. I like this.
All right, I got muted, but I could do the rest. I wanted to get those 3, the pumpkin, the witch, and the skeleton for like pop figures like this year. But I'm pretty sure I got a couple other horror ones recently, but not that one, not those. But I'm pretty sure they're out there because they're so cool.
I'm curious. Have you seen 8-Legged Freaks?
Yeah,
I saw it yesterday. I'm in love with that movie.
It's a great schlocky freaking monster flick. And it's better. All right, I heard what you guys were saying. You're comparing it to like the really bad schlocky. Like it's not as bad as like Sharknado or any of that garbage. Like it's actually well directed, well written. It knows exactly what it is, and it completely succeeds on what it's trying to do. I love it.
it instantly became a top 15 movie for me.
Wow, I
Oh,
don't love it that. I don't love it that much.
No, Ben's
I
in love with this.
Yeah.
can't wait to watch it again. I can't remember the last time I felt this way about the movie.
Oh, it's so sweet.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome to hear. David Arquette must be smiling.
You gonna marry her? Jeez.
Give him half a chance. He might.
Yeah, apparently.
It's my Wayne's World reference for the. You gonna marry her, Garth? Marriage is a punishment for shoplifting in some countries. All right, I can barely talk. I am literally sick and tired. But I just wanted to come on and give this movie just a little bit of its due. Oh, good, Frenchie's back. I'm definitely gonna leave. See, I came on and Suge Knight ran away. Dang it.
Facebook soda.
Okay.
All right, now we're all looking at our Facebooks.
No, this is just me and Lou.
Okay, did something big happen?
I don't know. Anywho, Season of the Witch.
Do you not agree with the pacing issue though? That it's just there's no they're like, here's a scene. Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm like,
No.
wait, what happened?
There's
You've
a
just
pacing.
established where we are and now we're moving. What is happening?
There's definitely a pacing issue. There's a lot of
had
issues.
Whiplash.
The fact that they do extra days, like they start like 7 days away from Halloween, or whatever it is. You get to watch it more recently than I do, and then do another day just so we can hear a jingle, and then go to another day. But it was seriously. It's like 6 days till Halloween, and someone's like, "How's it going, Jim? 5 days till Halloween." Like, why did we have that scene?
Because they wanted to torture us.
I think it's great, and I also. Fun fact, one of the androids, the guys who are filled with Tide,
Warlock.
Dick Warlock. Did you already say that?
No. Actually, I said the one about Annie Loomis, though.
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of Annie Loomis in Loomis's.
Well, actually, what's funny is that actress is married to the director of this movie, Tommy Lee Wallace. Or it was at the time. I don't know if they still are.
Yeah. And she changed her stage name to Loomis because she loved the original Psycho, and then Dr. Loomis is named after the character from Psycho.
Yeah.
So she almost used not her actual stage name for the first Halloween, but she did anyways. I love it. It's like this weird Loomis. What other famous horror guy other than Psycho and Dr. Loomis is named Loomis?
Ooh. Loomis.
This is what I'm doing a thing without a beer. I got nothing to drink. I'm doing this now. Got idle hands.
Just like Jack Sparrow.
Very famous. Nope. Yeah. Very famous. Not old.
Oh, like Billy Loomis. Scream.
Billy Loomis and Mrs. Loomis. Yeah.
Two there you go.
Ghostface killers. Yeah. Yep. They just love that name. The horror genre loves the name Loomis. I don't know.
It fits. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, too many of them love Hitchcock too much. Such a thing.
Yeah.
All right. What next? Halloween 4?
Yeah. Well, I didn't mind Halloween 4. I actually don't mind that one.
There's a reason why I said 5 and 6 specifically. Yeah. I'll also
I'm glad I didn't come on and hear you bring up your.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't come on, you fuckers. Well, when I came in, Frenchie left, so
I like how we enraged you that much that you're like, I'm gonna go give them a piece of my mind.
My wife was like, I'm gonna go outside, then I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna jump on. She's like, As you see, I didn't even do it where I normally do.
You didn't.
Just like.
I jumped on too when nobody was expecting.
I know, because when I first jumped on, I can tell you exactly when it was. It was somewhere between when I started watching. It was somewhere between 9:26 and 9:30, because the only person who commented was you. I was like, is Ben commenting on his own show? Good point, Taco. And then Suge jumped on, and I was like, Suge Knight's watching this?
It sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
I only use it against Taco.
Oh, my God.
One thing without that.
Ooh, you got a lot of shit on this one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like your shoe. It's like a loaded gun, dude.
Calm the fuck down.
I did not play that. I didn't play
No,
any
that
of
was me
this.
because I went, okay,
No,
collect.
you showed him the toy chest. I wouldn't have done that if I were you.
You didn't have to show me. I have the
He
toy.
has
I own them.
access. He let himself
part
in.
of
I
it.
never sent him the link.
I'm an admin, dude. What's up? I'm important around here. I'm easily the 5th most important person
Mm-hmm.
in Schmoes of the North.
No.
Or is it
Sure
6?
you are.
How many? Yeah. Am I doing math wrong?
6 in that chat.
Give me 1 second.
So I'm 6th most important person.
I'm not
He goes-
done.
You're like
You
the
can't
ninth
do it.
person? No.
No,
You're
Ben's
probably one of the more important ones, dude.
Ben's in the top 5. I'm bottom. I'm 6.
The top 5 of 6.
Yeah.
That was a compliment.
I gave myself 5.
Better than you.
Do you want me to rate my friends, Jess? It's mean. Clearly, everybody knows it goes soda.
I'm so mean.
I had to play it.
Thank you. Everybody knows it's soda, Dave, Frenchie. I want to say me, but I'll say Daniel.
I'm over Daniel.
Ben and
Wow.
me.
I'm not.
Yeah,
the
you're definitely
worst
over
of all.
Daniel. Dave makes thumbnails.
But Ben does a lot. Yeah, me and Ben do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben does a lot.
Yeah.
I
Ben
put
asked
Ben.
the
Oh,
question.
sorry, I put Ben over Daniel. Sorry.
Ben asked
Ben-
the questions we should be asking. Like, are we doing this? Like, no, we're not actually. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we brought you into the group is to keep
Yeah.
our ass on schedule.
I voted to boot you as soon as you started making us feel dumb. Hey guys, there's like 80 things we should do. Who invited this guy?
We are
All
still
right.
not talking about the Halloween anymore.
Are we in the
Alright.
green room?
No.
That's
Feels
what
like it.
that's what the all night taco stand feels like. It
Yeah,
feels like the
absolutely.
green room
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah.
It
And
never.
I got the next day off, so this is going to be an interesting
Oh,
show.
it's gonna be a good one. We're still
Yeah.
working on what it's gonna be.
But the first part is for sure the Star Wars questions, and I can't wait to.
Absolutely,
Oh,
Star Wars
yeah,
Championship.
that's-
Oh.
Me and Frenchie gonna have some fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all going to have fun. 'cause-
Who is playing in that?
So that's the championship match.
You're-
So it's Taco, Gold Leader 50, and Marie Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I have no. I wish I wasn't in it. I wish it didn't go to me, but
Name somebody. Well,
We got- you definitely can be. You can join as soon as it's done because we're gonna all night taco stand right after. But we do have Kiwi and Frenchie are the men at the desks.
Okay.
Sorry, this is bad TV. No wonder why Suge Knight stopped watching. Also, what's this one?
Oh, I forgot to delete that. That's from Sleepwalker.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
He
that.
becomes
I
a
like that.
baby.
I love it.
What
I
the
love it so
fuck?
much.
And this one, too. I forgot this one.
What's this one? Oh,
That's,
is that
the corn on the
corn?
cob. He got corn.
It's a corny death.
Yeah.
How?
Ah.
What movie is this from? Is this also Sleepwalkers?
Yeah,
God
this is
damn it.
Sleepwalkers, yeah.
That movie's so freaking
He got
bad.
an earful, so we decided to keep it in.
Oh, wow. Wah, wah.
What, too
Earful. Oh my
You guys
god.
just got that? I got it right away. Come on.
That was like the DP equivalent to bad puns. That was you got one at
I
each
love
hole
it.
there.
I love
Yeah.
groans. It's like the best. It's like the best reaction.
Do I need to explain that joke?
Have either of you shown Josh McCougar on handcuffs? She would love that.
Yeah, just follow Josh McCouga on Twitter. You will not regret it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have Twitter, but I assume that if I did, I would follow Josh
The one he
McCouga.
was trying to sell for a long time with was Ruth Vegas Rutabagas.
Oh yeah, Ruth Vegas, Ruth Vegas.
And he actually got up at a Comic-Con panel and pitched it to her. And
Yeah.
there's footage of this online. Yeah.
To Ruth Vegas. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the Wild Man. First time I ever watched a Schmoes No movie show. I can't speak today.
Today?
I'm usually it's the lack of beer, it's the fact I'm completely congested and I'm tired. But first time I watched a Schnoz Mo movie show. There we go. That's what you get. I think I can't even remember what girl it was. It was either Katie Sackhoff or it was one of girls they had on a lot. I can't remember who it was, but one of them said that they always thought Makuga was cute and wished that he was here. He left in the middle of a golf game and drove and hey guys, what's up? Like, made it all the way to the studio, and he's like, "Yeah, I was watching as I was playing golf, and I left. What's up, guys?" I probably got it a little wrong, but that was my first impression of the guy, and I'm like, "What?"
That's awesome.
I vaguely remember that.
It would be right before the 200th episode, because 200th episode was like the first real one I watched. Like I watched bits and pieces, and then after their 200th, I was like, "This is now something I do every week." Which is not on in line anymore. You cannot find that episode. No way. Oh, that's a.
I'd heard it's because the fact that Mance refers to himself a few times as cocaine donkey.
A few times
in that particular episode.
No, a few times. It says it hundreds. It's just me, the cocaine donkey. Like it says it the entire.
Wow.
It's so good.
I was glad I watched it before they took it down.
I'm glad I watched that live. It was part of my rituals of Thursdays because I would go see a movie at 8:00 on Thursdays, and then I would watch right after I got done watching that movie. It was usually like a little bit into that show, and then I'd watch that the whole day or the whole night. I'd take a break because I used to review movies back then, but don't anymore. No one watched. More than they want.
What do you mean talking about the movie right now?
Was it Halloween 4? Return of Michael Myers?
Technically Halloween 3, but sure if you want to talk Halloween 4.
Oh, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers? Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Oh, wait, no. H2O, Halloween 20 years later.
No. That's too good for us to talk about. I think we're talking about Halloween Resurrection.
I know. We're talking about 2018's Halloween, right?
No. Not the remake. Not that remake. We're talking about Rob Zombie's remake.
Are we talking the director's cut or are we talking the 4-hour DVD cut? Which cut are we talking here?
I think we're.
Did you just boot yourself off?
She booted herself. We had 2 more Halloweens to go, and I had a segue for both. I was going to say Halloween 2. Which one though?
Yeah. Which Halloween? It's true. It's
Halloween
like you can think of that has the same thing twice, 3 times.
3 Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, and Halloween 2018. Why they didn't call it the Halloween? Bullshit.
Look at the Scream. Scream is about to come out.
The new Scream's just called Scream.
Oh.
All right, what's the worst? All right, we're talking about Season of the Witch being the worst sequel title. I do have my number 1 worst sequel title, but what are your guys's?
Oh, fuck.
Are we talking horror?
Any.
Any? Okay, hold on.
Oh, I have one.
I have one that's a waste of potential, but I want to go last.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Star Wars, like Attack of the Clones.
That and I'm sorry, the Phantom Menace.
Sidious is the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, because he's hiding in the shadows, being a menace.
And he's a menace to society.
Yeah. I just had. Oh yeah.
Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third's terrible.
Why the third? Why is that so bad?
The second one's fantastic.
No, but why? No, the name. I'm saying the name. The title. Why is the third so bad? Why is that name so bad?
It's so stupid. Like, be creative. And then again, all of them are called
Shrek.
Oh no, Forever is forever after. So that's.
This is actually one of the movies I love to death. It's so bad it's good. But the title, Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives with an exclamation point.
What movie?
It's Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. It's
I don't know anything that you.
So the first Eddie and the Cruisers is a cult movie. Came out in 1984 with Tom Berenger. It's about they're trying to discover this backstory about this musician who died in 1963, but people think he might have come back. It's that kind of story. And then the sequel is he did fake his death. He's been living in Montreal this whole time, and his old music's coming back to haunt him. So he's trying to figure out who he is, and then he ends up going to New York. It's just, I love the movie, but it's just like, eesh.
What's the opposite of selling? You bought me on that?
I don't know.
You didn't sell me on it.
The music might sell you. It is my favorite soundtrack of all time.
Okay, I got mine though, because it's a waste of potential. Now You See Me 2. Why didn't they call it And Now You Don't?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's right there.
Marketing.
Now You See Me and Now You Don't.
Well, how would
Why
people know it's
Now
a
You See Me
sequel? That's why.
Fucking who cares? How'd you know
Exactly. I know.
Empire Strikes Back was a sequel?
I
Or
know,
Too Fast,
I
Too
know, but
Furious.
that's probably why they didn't go for.
Or Fast and Furious. Is that the fourth one? See, no one knows.
Yeah. That is the
Really?
fourth one. Yeah.
When is Furious and Fast gonna come out? That's what.
I have one. It's not a single, but I have a bad title.
Okay.
The End of Tomorrow.
Yeah. It's not a
That's
sequel.
a bad title. It's a bad advertising campaign.
Yeah, because they had to flip 4 times until they figured out what it was called, and you still don't know. Actually, I'm making sure I know what this one is before I say it. Yeah. Okay. This movie has 2 titles at once. D Wars, Dragon Wars. Both of them are on the same thing. It's Wars of Dragon. I'm not making this movie up. It's called Dragon Wars, and the subtitle is D War. Like,
weird.
Yeah, it's a bad movie. Hi, Frenchie.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I think we're done. I think we're about to wrap it up. I'm glad you're back.
You got to go to bed.
Yeah.
And
my
we're
wife's
done talking about
upstairs again.
Halloween 3. There's really not much more to talk
Yeah,
about.
it's
not the best.
This is Halloween.
No.
This is Halloween. Oh, wait,
No, you're doing it wrong again. That's freaking Nightmare Before Christmas,
I
Ben.
know.
A much better
sorry.
movie.
Oh,
Okay,
that
I
one.
need to
Yes,
ask
go
you.
ahead, Jess.
I need to ask you. Nightmare Before Christmas. Christmas film?
No, both.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
hybrid.
do
but
this.
wasn't
We've been
your
through this, both.
criteria for Christmas film? It had to be about family and about the family bonds.
Okay, then it's a Halloween film. Moving on. I said it's both, and you said no, it's not one of them. And I said,
No,
cool,
no,
then it's
no.
the
I
other.
said by your theology. I was actually trying to see
Theology? I'm a
Yeah.
fucking atheist, man. Don't be throwing the word theology at me.
You're
I
You know
don't have
what
any-
I mean.
I don't have any of that.
You know what I mean by your own words. The Night Before Christmas isn't a Christmas film, but it is a Christmas film.
Nightmare Before Christmas might not bring family together, but it is still about the spirit of Christmas more than the other movie, and I'm not going to say it right now, is.
Thank you, because I'm tired of that debate on that.
I'm tired of that debate, too.
I just wanted to know because I was having a think about it. And then
It's
I went,
at
"No,
least
Before
about the
Christmas."
spirit of Christmas and the giving
okay,
spirit.
that's fine.
and-
That's fine. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I just wanted to know.
Well, I'm glad you wanted to do it on camera instead of just doing it. If you just wanted to know, we could have did it 5 minutes from now, where it isn't constant minefield for me to answer that question.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was the point, motherfucker.
Hey, before you're safe, I got a question.
Before you're safe.
Yeah.
No.
Well, on
What-
that note,
Yeah, let's end
let's
it.
just wrap this sucker up. Full panel. Quickly, where can everybody find you? We'll go start with Jess, and we'll go Lou, Taco, Bert, Ben.
Somewhere on this channel, I usually am. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter at Adopted Elephant.
There you go, Lou.
I appear from time to time when I can. Sometimes on our Schmodown channels, shows, sometimes on Ben's and Soda stuff. But you can also find me on SOS every 2:30 to 4, and really help us. We're actually getting a boom. We're almost near 300 subscribers, so let's hit that benchmark. And yep, that's where you can find me.
What do we have for subscribers on our channel?
245.
200.
245?
Really?
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know. Like Jay Wade sacrificed something, and the subscribers are going up
On
so
our
it's worth it.
channel?
No, on
No, on
Jay's
our
channel.
channel, what are we at?
You have
I didn't ask-
245.
245.
Yeah, as I said.
Okay, Rosa North is 245.
Yeah.
All right, so we need 15 people. I can do that. By the end of the week. All right,
Challenge
it's not
accepted.
going to be people we want, but I
And
can
now
figure
you
it out.
tell us you could have done that a long time ago. Now you're telling us.
Well, I got you that last 45. I thought you guys could do the I'm kidding. I don't give you guys anything but headaches. And that being said, you won't see me for at least 2 weeks on this channel. This is my tiny little step in before I'm gone for a little while. And when I come back, I will be back in November with Talk About Star Wars with Gold Leader is also returning. I don't know what we're going to do on that first week back, but for the All Night Taco Stand, we are finally doing the Alien Game Championship. I have something that I can't wait to debut. I got to show somebody something. Mm-hmm. It's been amazing, and I can't wait. Jess and Frenchie wrote the questions. It's going to be an amazing championship, and it will be against me, 50, Gold Leader, and Marie Wilson. So 2 Star Wars competitors versus 2 idiots, and it's going to be great. Everything everyone ever wanted. And then we're just going to talk about probably Schmodown for the rest of that. And there you go. You can find me here and there around this channel, and also my Instagram at MarkTacoFace, all one word, no caps.
All right, Ben, what about you?
You guys can find me all over the channel on this streaming of me, on recapping the past, on Get Ready, on Mount Schmodown. I think that's everything, right? Help me out here. Yeah.
And I can cover the rest, and you can find me I have my Twitter and Instagram at soda_the_Saxman. You can find me in pretty much every show on this channel. Saturday mornings on Get Sweaty, Thursday afternoons on Shooting the Breeze, Mondays on Recapping the Past, where we're doing Doctor Who, Wednesdays on the Squared Slice. I need a life. Okay. And on that note, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you next week next time on Shooting the Breeze. So you all have a good evening and stay sweaty, folks.